All right, folks. So, welcome to another live video from me. I'm going to come in with some tips and some advice for things to do with business in general. But today I want to talk about email signatures. It was funny, Kim and I were in the office just yesterday on Friday talking about this, and she just came out with a frustration. She just said, it's really frustrating when people don't have their contact details in their email signature. Because what she was looking for was a website address or a telephone number or something like that, so she could get in touch with someone to speak to them about something or send them some details. Really frustrating when you're trying to communicate with people. So this is what I do, and I've used this for God, I don't know how long, years now. Just to give you I think it's important that you know what I'm actually working with here. The way that I use email is I don't know how much different it is than other people, but I tend to keep everything really light. So I use everything in the browser. I don't use any email clients. So I don't use Outlook or Mac Mail or Apple Mail or anything like that. I use everything in the browser. And I also use Google Mail. I use Google Mail on the browser. I use Google Mail on my phone as well, the Google Mail app. And I use Google Mail on my iPad and things like that as well. So everything's integrated. So it makes everything easier. So I'm not relying on any IMAP or POP servers or anything like that. It's all done through Google for Business. So I pay Google a few pounds every month for every email every email that I need, every email address. So it keeps things really easy for me. It also gives you the ability to have like your logo. You can personalize all your Gmail and stuff like that across your business. So I've got Google Apps for Business, or Google for Work, I think is what it's called. I use that. And so does all the team, and it allows you to delegate email addresses and all that kind of good stuff as well. And it gives you Google Drive and storage and all of that, so the team can work together. And one of the plugins that I use one of the apps that I use for the email signature is called Wisestamp, and that's what you can see right now. The way that I use Wisestamp is like this. Now you can use Wisestamp for free, except it gives you, it always puts a link in there like powered by Wisestamp or whatever, but I've used the paid version. The paid version also allows me to have multiple users, so every team member can have their own Wisestamp as well, and they can customize their own Wisestamp. I can set it up, and then they can put their own picture in if they want to as well. So that's what I do, and the reason I use it obviously is because I want people to know what my contact details are. Also adds in a little bit of social proof as well, so it's like almost like credibility, shows that we are an established business. It allows you to bring in some feeds as well, like your most recent blog article from your website if you've got an RSS feed, or your most recent podcast. There's loads you can do. I'll go through the features in a second. The business one, I think I pay something like $100 a year for Wisestamp. So it's not like a huge amount of money at all. The other great thing about Wisestamp is it's not in Google Mail. Like, it's not in Google Mail. It's actually linked to it. So if I send an email from my phone, it also attaches the email signature as well. Or if I send it from my iPad, it attaches the email signature. And obviously, if I don't have my computer with me and I need to go on and do some emails from a completely different computer from anywhere in the world that has an internet connection, I can also go there and my email signature will appear at the bottom of all my emails as well. So it's kind of like a really integrated approach to email, no messing around, and it makes things nice and easy for me. So Wisestamp integrates directly into Google Mail, so you can access it and change things up a little bit. So when I use Wisestamp, this is the kind of Wisestamp for Business here. And like I said, let me just, hopefully it'll load. And I'll just show you exactly how it works. Like I said, at a high level, like an admin level, you can set what Wisestamp looks like, and then each team member can change the details on there to suit them. So if they've got a different telephone number, a different picture, perhaps even a different set of social media accounts that they would want to have on there as well, they can set all of that up. So I set up in the company details here, so it looks like this. And I can define whether it's going to be a company logo or the employee image that's going to be on here. You can add in different social accounts for the company as well. So you can set all of that up as a sort of a very high level. And then you go into personal details here, and then you can set in all your personal stuff. So again, this is like each user gets access to this. So if you have a new admin account, a new email account for a new team member, for example, you just set them up on this. It sends them an invite automatically, and they can go in and set up their own personal details. So you can hear I've got director, my job title, and then my mobile number. And then I can upload my own image here as well. I can also add in my own personal social media channels as well, which is great. There's a whole set of templates in here. So I've chosen a specific template for me that I like, but you can look at all the different templates there are for you to choose from. There's loads and loads and loads of different ones that you can choose for your own business. So you don't have to start doing any design. You also don't have to start doing like creating images and then saving them in Outlook and stuff like that. You've got total control of how your brand is represented through email. And then the other great thing you can do as well is you can add in lots of different things. So say, for example, you've got a workshop or a product that you want to promote. You can add in a banner, which allows you to kind of upload an image into the footer section of the email. So I've done this with the conference before. I've done it with other workshops as well. You can add in an RSS feed. You can add in loads and loads of stuff here. Sometimes you don't want to be adding too much in there. You want it to look professional, and you also want it to look like on brand. You don't want it to be a complete mess at the bottom of an email. Another thing I would say as well is if you're adding too many images in there, it can get quite spammy and go into spam folders. So you just got to watch what you put in here. But occasionally you might want to put a banner in here. So you can upload a banner and it tells you exactly what you need. Something that's 470 by 230 there. You upload it into there and it'll always appear at the bottom of your emails, which is pretty cool. So there's loads of things you can do there with that. You can manage all the users. You've got kind of like an administrative kind of access to it, so you can control exactly how your brand is represented online. So, like I said, the frustration is recognizing your suppliers, your customers. If your contact details are at the bottom of your email, it's really difficult to and really frustrating to contact you. Now, I'm sure you've been there before. I certainly have. When I'm trying to get in touch with someone, sometimes it's best just to find the most recent email you've got from them. Or say, for example, you're in an email and you want to pick up the phone and speak to someone and the details aren't there. It can be really, really frustrating. So I would say get your email signature sorted out. If you're a Gmail user or a Google for Work user, then Wisestamp is like a great place to start. And you can, like I said, you can use it for free, and you can upgrade to the paid version as well, which is Wisestamp for Business. You can see I'm using. I think there's a free, a pro, and then a business version. It just depends on what you want to use. But again, like I said, it's not hugely expensive and it's really easy to use. And the whole integrated approach to this as well means that I never have to worry about my email signature not appearing there. And if I'm promoting something, it means I can promote it across the whole company. So for example, if I add a banner in here, that banner will go onto everybody's email signature, not just mine. And you've got total control. So if the address changes or the website changes or your social media accounts change or whatever, you can just change that right across the whole of your company. So check out Wisestamp, have a look at it. If you've got any questions about anything, let me know. I hope that that's been helpful for you. Take a look at your own emails, see what you've got there, and if it needs work, then add in what you need into your email signature to make it really easy for people to get in touch with you when they need to. I'll catch up with you soon. In fact, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'm going to come back in with another video tomorrow. And like I said, if you've got any questions, let me know. I'll speak to you soon. Don't forget to be awesome.